Are there any pitfalls in the road ahead for stocks?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see where they come from. Certainly we didn't see many in 2017. A lot of the pitfalls that the market had expected never really materialized. There was, of course, the belief early on that the Trump victory would be bad for stocks. That was clearly not the case. There were some worries that his management style was incompatible with a quiet market. That didn't prove to be the case. The market just chugged along through 2017, really without incident. And so now we face ourselves 2018, and where do we go? Well, I think we lose the impetus of the tax trade. I think to a certain extent there was a lot of enthusiasm being baked into that. And while we've been seeing some gains early in this calendar year, we'll see if that really filters through into being something that the market hasn't baked in. Whether or not there's an infrastructure trade in there, that we'll have to see, and maybe that's the sort of thing the market focuses on as we get into the year ahead. The market's been very good at shaking off geopolitical worries, so I think that's one of those that we can worry about them, and I think it's certainly prudent for people to think about them. But the market has been extraordinarily resilient. Underlying this all, I think, has been the belief that there's the Fed put, the belief that the Fed will step in, and that every decline is a buying opportunity. And I think that's one of those trades that works until it stops working. And the question becomes, when does it stop working? Well, one of the first lessons I learned in the market was don't fight the Fed. And I have to get a bit worried that maybe we're starting to do that. The Fed raised rates 4 times in the last year. They're poised to do 2 to 3 more this year, depending on who you talk to. And so you have to wonder if the Fed starts to take away the punch bowl just as the party's in full swing. And I think that becomes one of the real question marks we have to deal with. They're a tough organization to read, and it's tough to read people's reaction to them. But I think if you ever get the perception that the Fed put, so to speak, is struck lower than let's say 1% down, that could be the sort of thing that could hurt the market in a short-term way.